गुड इवनिंग टू यू ऑल माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स। आज की क्लास हम थर्ड यूनिट से स्टार्ट करेंगे सिविल प्रोसीजर कोड के, बिकॉज़ हमारे 2 यूनिट्स कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं और लास्ट लेक्चर में मैंने आपसे डिक्री के एग्जीक्यूशन की बात की थी और प्रॉपर्टीज़ विच आर लाइबल इन अटैचमेंट एंड सेल इन एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ अ डिक्री एंड प्रॉपर्टीज़ विच आर नॉट लाइबल फॉर द अटैचमेंट एंड सेल इन एग्जीक्यूशन ऑफ अ डिक्री। इसके बारे में हमने डिटेल प्रोविज़न देखे थे एक्सप्लेनेशंस के साथ। ओके, आज की क्लास हम थर्ड यूनिट से स्टार्ट करेंगे। थर्ड यूनिट का हमारा जो सिलेबस है वो है अपील्स फ्रॉम ओरिजिनल डिक्री, appeals from appellate decree, general provisions relating to appeal to the Supreme Court, appeal by indigent person, reference to High Court, review and revision and execution। तो इन सभी टॉपिक्स को हम थर्ड यूनिट में डील करेंगे। प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस देख लेते हैं। In 2013, long question was asked, that is, what do you understand by first appeal and what are the general provisions relating to appeal. Second was write an essay on reference, review and revision. In short questions, the substantial question of law, appeal to Supreme Court, appeal by indigent person was asked. And in 2014, define indigent suit, laid down procedure for filing an indigent suit, what do you understand by reference, and enumerate the conditions under which the subordinate court can make a reference to High Court. Short question review first appeal 15 May, what do you mean by revision, difference between review and reference. Second appeal under Civil Procedure Code, elaborate with supportive case laws. Short questions are writ petition, first appeal, appeal by indigent person. In 2016, who may appeal as an indigent person, and what would be the effect of rejection of application on his right of appeal, and what are the grounds and procedures for filing appeal to Supreme Court under Civil Procedure Code, and difference between review and revision. In 2018, what are the essential conditions for making reference? Shall do the subordinate court after reference, and so on. And who may appeal as an indigent person, in which cases the applicant will pay the court fee, and in which cases the appeal from original decree can be lie and cannot be lie, in which circumstances a review shall be granted. What do you mean by substantial question of law? What do you mean by revision? Difference between revision and reference, appeal to Supreme Court, first appeal. And assignment and model paper is, what do you understand by first appeal? What are the general provisions relating to appeals? Write an essay on reference, review, revision, and discuss second appeal and substantial question of law. Okay, so first question which we will discuss in this lecture is, what do you understand by first appeal and what are the general provisions relating to appeals. So the answer shall contain the following important points. The first appeal is provided under section 96 and under order 41, and the expression appeal has not been defined in the code, but it may be defined as the judicial examination of decision by higher court of the decision of an inferior court, and it is well settled that an appeal is a creation of statute and there is no right of appeal unless it is given clearly and in express form by statute. So what is appeal? What is the meaning of appeal? First of all, appeal has not been defined in the code, but it may be defined as judicial examination. Actually, the appeal is a judicial examination of decision given by a higher court of the decision of an inferior court. Okay. The first appeal lies against a decree passed by court exercising original jurisdiction. First appeal can be filed in superior court, which may or may not a high court, and it is maintainable on a question of fact or on a question of law or on question of fact and law. Mixed question of law can also be a question of law for the purpose of an appeal. Okay. So पावर ऑफ अपीलेट कोर्ट के पास क्या क्या पावर हैं? फाइनल डिटर्मिनेशन करने की पावर है, रिमांड करने की पावर है, फ्रेमिंग इश्यूज़ को फ्रेम करना जो कि पहले फ्रेम नहीं किए गए हैं ट्रायल कोर्ट के द्वारा, एंड रेफरिंग देम फॉर द ट्रायल, फ्रेमिंग इश्यूज़ को फ्रेम करके सेटल करके वापस से उसे रेफ़र कर देना ट्रायल कोर्ट के लिए टू द ट्रायल कोर्ट। व्हाट आर द ड्यूटीज़ ऑफ एपेलेट कोर्ट? एपेलेट कोर्ट की क्या क्या ड्यूटीज़ हैं? फर्स्ट, टू डिसाइड अपील फाइनली, किसी अपील को पूर्णतया डिसाइड कर देना, निश्चित कर देना, निर्धारित करना। नॉट टू इंटरफेयर विद डिग्री फॉर टेक्निकल एरर्स, अगर कोई टेक्निकल एरर है तो उसमें अननेसेसरली इंटरफेयर ना करना जब तक कि ये प्रेजुडिस ना हो नेचर में। ओके, एप्रिसिएशन ऑफ एविडेंस, रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ रीजंस कि क्या रीजंस थे जो डिसीजन जो जजमेंट दिया गया उसके पीछे क्या रीज़न, क्या बेस, एंड अदर ड्यूटीज। ओके, so let us start from first appeal. The expression appeal has not been defined in the code, but it may be defined as the judicial examination of decision by the higher court of the decision of an inferior court. And it is well settled that an appeal is a creation of a statute, and there is no right of appeal unless it is given clearly and it is and in express form of by statute. So appeal is not a fundamental right, and it is clearly given right by the statute, by the creation of an statute. And a first appeal lies against a decree passed by a court exercising original jurisdiction. And first appeal can be filed in superior court, which may or may not be a high court, and it is maintainable on a question of fact or on a question of law or on a question of fact and law. तो फर्स्ट अपील कब की जा सकेगी? When first appeal lies against a decree passed by court exercising original jurisdiction, के जब किसी न्यायालय के द्वारा ओरिजिनल ज्यूरिसडिक्शन का प्रयोग करते हुए कोई डिक्री पास की गई है और पार्टीज जो अग्री पार्टी है वो सेटिस्फाई नहीं है उस डिक्री से, तो उसके अगेंस्ट में अपील फाइल की जा सकती है। और जहाँ जिस कोर्ट में अपील फाइल की जाएगी वो सुपीरियर कोर्ट, हाई कोर्ट ही हो, ऐसा आवश्यक नहीं होगा। अपील के लिए किस तरह के प्रश्न होने चाहिए? दैट द क्वेश्चन मे बी ऑफ अ फैक्ट और ऑन अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ, किसी विधि के प्रश्न के आधार पर अपील की जा सकेगी, और ऑन मिक्स्ड क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ और फैक्ट की एक जिस केस की अपील की गई है उसमें मिश्रित प्रकार के प्रश्न भी हो सकते हैं, क्वेश्चन ऑफ लॉ एंड फैक्ट बोथ। ओके, so it was the introduction of appeal. Okay, section 96 प्रोविज़न की बात करते हैं जो कि फर्स्ट अपील के बारे में प्रावधान करता है। सेक्शन 96 एंड ऑर्डर 41 क्या है? अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 96 एंड ऑर्डर 41, the code recognizes the right of appeal from every decree passed by any court exercise its original jurisdiction, but before an appeal can be filed, two conditions must be satisfied. तो सेक्शन 9 एंड ऑर्डर 41 अपील के प्रोविजंस प्रोवाइड करता है। एक अग्रीव पार्टी को अग्रीव पार्टी के राइट को रिकॉग्नाइज करता है फॉर मेकिंग एन अपील फ्रॉम एवरी डिक्री पास्ड बाय एनी कोर्ट एक्सरसाइजिंग इट्स ओरिजिनल jurisdiction, but before an appeal can be filed, there are two conditions which must be satisfied. First condition is the subject matter of appeal must be a decree that and conclusive determination of right of the parties with regard to all or any of the matters in controversy in the suit. And the second is the party appealing must have learned adversely affected by such determination. If a party agrees not to appeal or waives his right to appeal, he cannot file an appeal and will be bound by an agreement if otherwise such agreement is valid. तो ये दो आवश्यक शर्तें हैं, इन आवश्यक शर्तों के पूरे होने पर ही अपील की जा सकेगी। वन ऑफ द रेमेडीज अवेलेबल टू द डिफेंडेंट अगेंस्ट whom an ex parte decree is passed is to file an appeal against such a decree under section 96(2) of the code. Section 96(3) declares that no appeal shall lie against consent decree, and section 94 bars appeal on facts from decree passed in petty suit where the amount or value of the subject matter of original suit does not exceed 10,000 rupees. Okay, the Code of Civil Procedure confers right of appeal but does not prescribe period of limitation for appeal. The Limitation Act applies on Civil Procedure Code for the filing of appeal, and the Limitation Act 1963 provides period for filing an appeal, and it states that an appeal against a decree or order can be filed in the High Court within 90 days. So, when the appeal is to be made in the High Court against a decree or order, it must be filed within 90 days as provided under the Limitation Act 1963, and in any other court within 30 days from the date of the decree or order appealed against. And in any other court, if the appeal is made other than a high court, is to be made other than a high court, then the party must file an appeal within the 30 days from the date of decree or order appealed against. So it is the limitation period for filing first appeal, and the time limit for filing first appeal in a high court is 90 days, and the time limit for filing first appeal in any other court is 30 days. Okay. Rule 5 provides for stay of an execution of a decree or an order. Rule 5 of Order 41 provides for the stay of an execution of a decree or an order after an appeal has been filed. The appellate court may stay of proceeding under the decree or execution of such decree. The following conditions must be satisfied before stay is granted, and the conditions are: the application has been made without unreasonable delay, and the second condition is substantial loss will result to the applicant before such order is made, and the third condition is security for due performance of the decree or order has been given by the applicant. So Rule 5 provides for the stay of an execution of a decree or an order, and after an appeal has been filed, the appellate court may stay of proceeding under the decree or execution of such decree. And these are the following conditions which must be satisfied before the stay is granted. What is Rule 11? Rule 11 deals with the power of the appellate court to dismiss an appeal summarily. If the appeal is not summarily dismissed, the appellate court shall fix a day for hearing of the appeal, and the notice of such date of hearing shall be served upon the respondent with a copy of the memorandum of appeal under Rule 12 and 14 of Order 41 of Civil Procedure Code. So, summary dismissal of appeal can be made under Rule 11, and other relevant provisions rules are Rule 12, Rule 14 of Order 41 of Civil Procedure Code relating to summary dismissal of appeal. What are the powers of appellate court? From section 96 to 108 and Rule 23 to 33 of Order 41, the powers of appellate court are enumerated while hearing first appeal, and they may be summarized. Thus, final determination is the first part of Appellate Code under Section 107, subsection 1, and Rule 24 of Order 41 enables the Appellate Court to dispose of case finally, where the evidence on record is sufficient to enable the Appellate Court to pronounce judgment. It may finally determine the case notwithstanding that judgment of the trial of court has proceeded wholly upon some other ground. Second part is part 2, remand. Section 107 subsection 1 subsection 1b rule 256(23)(a) remand means to send back. The appellate court should not exercise of the power of remand lightly, and it should be made properly and cautiously by the appellate court. Framing of issues and referring them for trial is one of the power of appellate court. Where the lower court has omitted to frame any issue or try any issue to determine any question of fact, the appellate court may frame issues and refer them for trial to lower court and shall direct to take the additional evidence as well. So it is one of the power of appellate court also, that framing of issues and referring them for the trial court to take additional evidences and settle them for final determination. What are the duties of appellate court? The code imposes certain duties on appellate court, and the court has to decide appeal keeping in mind these duties, which are as following. First is to decide appeal finally, and it is the duty of appellate court to decide an appeal in accordance with the law after considering the evidence as a whole. And the second duty of appellate court is to not to interfere with the decree for the technical errors made by the trial court. Okay. So, section 99 of the code enacts that a decree which is otherwise correct on merits and is within the jurisdiction of court and should not be upset merely for technical and immaterial defects. It is the duty imposed over the appellate court under section 99 that not to interfere with the decree for technical errors only. Third duty of appellate court is to appreciation of evidence. An appeal is a continuation of suit. Inasmuch an appeal is a rehearing of the matter, the appellate court can reappreciate the entire evidence as well as documentary and can arrive at its own conclusion. Next is to recording of reasons is the next duty of appellate court, that appellate court must record the reason, and appellate court has power to dismiss the appeal summarily, and such power should be exercised sparingly and in exceptional cases, and that too after recording reasons. Rule 31 of Order 41, however, enjoins an appellate court to record reasons in support of its judgment and orders as well. Other duties. What are the other duties of appellate court? An appeal can be admitted or dismissed as a whole, and it cannot be admitted partly once the appeal is admitted, and it cannot be dismissed on technical ground. So, dear students, it's all about the first appeal and the relevant provisions, relevant rules under Order 41, under Section 96. I hope the points are clear, the concept is clear. Thank you for watching my video.